and motivate communities and try as much as possible to help them. Extremely important that we should show leadership. And we show leadership not only by grasping information, but by using that information in order to turn this pandemic around. When I suffered from TB, I announced it. And my friend, Walter Sisulu, took me aside. And he said, Madam, these are personal questions. You must keep them to yourself. But subsequently, I discussed the matter with him that, look, it is better always to come out openly and to state what you are suffering from. Eventually, he was a reasonable man. He was our father. He understood how reasonable it is for us to now to announce what we're suffering from.
I regard it as the priority for this nation. I regard it as a priority and a challenge insofar as more than 5 million of our people are infected. Therefore, having lost 2 children through AIDS, I found that that challenges me to do something about it. That's why I'm involved in this struggle to try and counter this pandemic.
The only way of making it appear to be a normal illness, just like TB, like cancer, is always to come out and to say somebody has died because of HIV. And people will stop regarding it as something extraordinary, as an illness reserved for people who are going to go to hell and not to heaven.
For me, as a judge, with access to treatment, with supportive friends and family and colleagues around me, was one thing to come out because I had the choice. But that for most of South Africans with AIDS and HIV, 4 million of us, that choice doesn't exist. I wanted to take a stand because I hoped that my taking a stand with all my privileges and advantages might in some way help to create a climate of openness where other people could also have the choice. This is a statement which I'm reading after my interview before the Judicial Service Commission today. Today I've chosen to disclose before the Judicial Service Commission that I'm living with AIDS. I've spoken out, even though legally and ethically I'm entitled to remain silent because of talk in the legal community about my health condition, which it seems best to deal with frontally. The choice to speak is available to me for very particular reasons. First, because I have a job position that is secure. Second, because I am surrounded by loved ones, friends and family and colleagues who support me. And thirdly, because I have access to medical care and treatment that ensures that I remain healthy, strong and productive. For millions of South Africans living with HIV and AIDS, these conditions do not exist. They have no jobs, or their jobs would be at risk if they spoke about their HIV. And most importantly, they do not have access to proper medical care and treatment. For them, in a still hostile climate, the choices are strictly limited.
I think that Judge Cameron's disclosure is extremely courageous. I admire his courage. I think it was very important that we must demonize the whole issue of HIV/AIDS and his disclosure will certainly make a contribution towards public education in this regard.
It is my hope that my decision to speak out today may contribute to a greater climate of openness and caring, and to the prospect of proper medical treatment for all South Africans living with AIDS and HIV.